ventricle, left and right. And the three sources of deoxygenated blood is the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava, and the coronary sinus.
Good. Okay.
And
Where was the coronary sinus?
it was in
29.
29.
This?
Oh,
you were very specific
Do it
about
for you?
29. Okay.
Would you?
To you.
Okay, what is the coronary sinus?
the heart circulation.
What is coronary sinus?
The heart source, the blood source for the heart. I don't know how to say
Remember the
it.
heart? Remember the heart has its
Has
own
its
blood
blood
supply,
source.
and that's the coronary circulation.
That's what I meant.
So the coronary sinus is the vein that brings deoxygenated blood from the coronary circulation. Okay, good.
Alright. And
What's this?
pectinate muscles that are
On the oracle.
on the
Of the
oracle
right
of
oracle.
the right atrium.
Oracle. Okay. On my exam, you have to be specific. You have to say right oracle, not just oracle, because you lose a point if you don't
The
say
right
right. Right
Oracle.
article.
Auricle.
Oracle.
A-U-R-I-C-L-E. Okay?
Which one we do it for you? Is it for
Okay.
you?
Okay.
Or are we up to?
All right, tell me what you have in the
Alright,
the
so
right atrium.
you have the SA node,
Okay.
which is number 32.
SA node is number 32. Okay. SA node is in the upper left-hand corner of the right atrium.
Alright, and then there's also the AV node. It's not numbered, but it's the floor on the
Okay.
right side.
AV node is in the floor on the right side of the right atrium. Okay.
And the fossa ovalis is in there too. I don't remember. Oh, 33. Alright,
33 in the interatrial septum. See that?
and it's the
Right in here?
okay.
That's the fossa ovalis.
Okay.
What is the fossa ovalis?
It's the remnant. Oh God, I thought you meant me.
All right. Okay.
It's the remnant of the foramen ovale, and it's open in utero, and it's basically an opening for blood to go from the right atrium to the left atrium.
Okay, good. All right, good. All right, tell me what happens when the SA node stimulates the AV node.
Alright, so when the SA node stimulates the AV node, both atria contract, and the blood will go through the valves, the bicuspid valve. Try.
Well, on the right you have the tricuspid, on the left you have the bicuspid.
Yes.
And
Go
they
through.
are called AV valves, right?
Yes.
AV valves, valves between the atria and the ventricles. Okay. All right, so,
Sorry.
all right, so describe the valves. Describe the valves.
All right.
Valves have what?
Well, they have chordae tendineae, which are attached to papillary muscles, and
Well, and you know the chordae tendineae are also attached to something else. What are they? The cusp.
Oh.
Okay. The tricuspid valve has three cusps. Bicuspid has two cusps.
yes.
Okay.
Can you
All right.
point out what exactly on here is the cusp and the chordae tendineae?
These are the cusps. See?
The thin
These are the
strips of the
cusps.
chordae tendineae.
Yeah, these are the cusps. These are the chordae tendineae. The strings are the chordae tendineae.
And then what would be the papillary
So
muscles? What's in
The papillary muscles are in the wall of the ventricles.
Vegetate.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about what happens with the nerve impulse. It passes into the interventricular septum, and
Where the
what do
bundle
we
of
have
His
in there?
is.
The bundle of His. Describe the bundle of His.
Alright, there's two branches that will extend to the wall of the ventricles.
Okay, so you have two bundle branches, left and right, and they will travel down the interventricular septum into the walls of the ventricles. And what do you have in the walls of the ventricles?
Purkinje fibers.
Purkinje fibers. And when the Purkinje fibers are stimulated, what happens?
Both ventricles contract.
Both ventricles contract at the same time. And what else contracts when the ventricles contract? Anyone?
The papillary
Papillary
muscles.
muscles. The papillary muscles contract at the same time. And what do?
They pull on the chordae tendineae, closing the valves.
Right, they pull downwardly on the chordae tendineae, closing the AV valves tightly to prevent backflow of blood. Okay? Okay, good. All right, so the blood, okay, let's look at the blood flow from the right ventricle.
Okay.
It goes where?
Alright, goes through the AV valve into the.
Well, thing. Now, when the right ventricle contracts,
To the conus
where does blood go?
Okay, it'll go to the conus arterium, over
Okay.
to the
And
pulmonary
the
artery,
conus,
pulmonary trunk, and then the
right here.
veins.
The conus arteriosum is this cone-shaped area leading to the pulmonary semilunar valve. Okay, right here.
Which one, the blue one?
No, not the blue.
The blue is the valve.
The valve. It's the cone-shaped area here, leading to the valve, right here. Okay. Conus arteriosum. Okay, so blood is pumped through the pulmonary semilunar valve to where?
The pulmonary trunk, and
Pulmonary
then
trunk.
the trunk will divide into the pulmonary arteries.
Okay,
And
right and
that,
left?
yeah, it will lead to the right and left lung,
Okay,
where
well, they were then,
gas exchange occurs
well, then
at the alveoli,
pulmonary capillaries, okay?
pulmonary capillaries, and then to the alveoli.
Right, okay, and that's where the gas is exchanged. So now the blood is oxygenated, so how does it come back to the heart?
Through the pulmonary veins,
Pulmonary, how many are there?
4, 2
Four.
left and 2 right.
2 from the right lung, 2 from the left lung. All 4 will then enter
The left
what
atrium.
chamber? The left atrium, okay? All right, so the left atrium receives oxygenated blood from 4 pulmonary veins. The red that you see are the veins, okay? So this would be the left, and here you have the right. Right here, okay? Okay, all right, so the left
Atrium.
Atrium.
atrium, go blank every now and then. Left atrium contracts and pumps blood through the bicuspid valve. What's another name for the bicuspid valve?
Mitral.
Mitral valve. Into the left ventricle. When the left ventricle contracts, where does the blood go?
Goes through the aortic semilunar valve.
Okay, the aortic semilunar valve, which is here. Everyone see that?
What do you mean, what do they call it?
Everyone see that?
I thought you said something else.
Aortic semilunar valve, right here. See that? Aortic semilunar valve. Aortic semilunar valve. Right here too. Okay. Okay. Then the blood goes where?
To the ascending aorta, which
Okay.
leads to the aortic arch.
Okay, now, leading from the aortic arch, you have 3 arteries. Okay, what are they?
All right. This one is the left subclavian.
Mm-hmm.
This is the left common carotid, and this is the brachiiocephalic.
Very good. And these will carry oxygenated blood to,
All parts of the body above the heart.
okay, very good. And the aortic arch will then lead to the descending aorta, and that carries oxygenated blood to all parts of the body
Below the heart.
below the heart. Very good. Now, tell me what this is.
That's the ligamentum arteriosum, and it's the remnant of the ductus arteriosum.
Tell me what the function of the ductus arteriosum was.
It's to shunt blood away from the lungs.
Okay.
And basically, there's an opening. All right, the pulmonary trunk bypasses the pulmonary arteries, and the ductus arteriosum will carry blood from the pulmonary trunk to the aorta,
Very
aortic
good.
arch.
Okay, good. So, in utero, blood does not go to the lungs. Okay, blood is oxygenated by the placenta. So, blood will be shunted from the pulmonary trunk to the aortic arch by way of the ductus arteriosum. Now, when the baby is born, the ductus arteriosum closes and becomes the ligamentum arteriosum. Okay. Any questions? That was excellent.